You're not just letting your dog scratch themselves raw, are you? Because if your dog has staining on its paws and it's licking and scratching itself raw, that's not fleas, my friend. That's yeast. And this, what I'm showing you today, fights yeast at its most natural level. All you need to do is be consistent with it. Now, before I show you anything, let's find out if this is even your dog's problem. Go get your dog. We're gonna go over 7 things and I want you to keep count. First thing I want you to do is smell your dog's ears. Don't look in the ear. I want you to smell it. If it comes back like bread, dough, or even old corn chips, that's 1. Number 2, I want you to flip the paw over. Look at the fur between the toes and around the nails. If it's stained rusty brown, that's not dirt, that's saliva. He's been chewing that paw for weeks now. 3, lift the front leg and look under the armpit. If it's red or looks angry, that's 3. 4, now the belly and the groin. You're looking for skin that's gone dark and thick, kind of leathery, almost elephant skin-like. That's what it looks like when this has been going on for a long time. 5, I want you to look under the collar, in the neck fold. Same thing, damp, dark, or smelly. 6, does he shake his head or scoot? Wake you up at 2 in the morning licking. 7, and this is the big one, does it come back every spring, every summer, or every time you finish the meds that the vet gave you? 3 or more, this video's for you. 5 or more, and you've been fighting the wrong battle for a long time. And I'm about to show you why. Now here's the kicker. Most people go to the vet and walk out with a cream or a pill, and it works for a minute, and then it comes back. Because they're treating the outside problem, not the inside. What I'm about to show you is different. It's not a cream you buy, it's a goo you make. We call it goo from the Q, 5 ingredients, only $8. And it works 2 ways. It goes in the bowl and it also goes on the skin. Same jar, 2 different ways of using it, same purpose. And before I touch the jar, we're dealing with one that's gonna light up the comments, and that's garlic. Now, in the past, I have put it in the goo. Going forward, we're gonna actually separate it so it gets handled separately. So let's get that right out of the way. And yes, I know you have read that garlic is on the toxic list for dogs. Same family as onions. The Merck veterinary manual says garlic is 3 to 5 times more toxic than onions. I'm not gonna pretend that away. And I'm not gonna tell you your vet is lying to you. But here's what that same book actually says. Onion causes problems at 15 to 30 grams per kilogram of dog weight. Run the math on garlic and you land somewhere around 3 to 6 grams per kilogram before you see trouble. What I'm giving you is 1/10 of a clove for every 10 pounds of dog, or an entire clove for 100 pounds of dog. That's about 1/10 of a gram per kilo, more than 30 times under that line. So now you've got the real numbers. Nobody else in this space is gonna hand it to you. How do you use it? We go ahead and we mince it and we let it sit for 15 minutes. Just chop it up as finely as you can and let it sit there. After 15 minutes have passed, we're gonna add that to the food right before the dog eats it. Remember, a 50-pound dog is half a clove, a 100-pound dog is an entire clove. Here's where I would skip it entirely. Pregnant dogs, any dog with anemia or a blood problem, any dog headed into surgery, and if your dog's on medication, you ask your vet first, not me. I'm telling you what I do. You're the one who knows your dog. Now, in order to fill in all the gaps, we give our dogs NuVet and NuJoint DS. NuVet is the green bottle and it's a multivitamin, multi-mineral. NuJoint is the blue bottle and is joint support, but is also an anti-inflammatory. Both of them together fill in the gaps with this and any other of our recipes. First thing we're gonna be adding to our jar is gonna be organic, unrefined, cold pressed coconut oil. Now I went ahead and pre-measured 1 cup's worth of coconut oil. If you notice, I didn't melt it. In the past I have, but here's the trick. The less that we heat it, the more those ingredients are gonna be active and stronger. We're not looking to melt it, we're just looking for it to be soft like this, so that when we add the ingredients, they'll be easier to mix. And the coconut oil basically is the carrier that's gonna pull everything in. It actually calms the skin down. We are then gonna add 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric. Look at the ingredients, ground turmeric, nothing else. I went ahead and got my measuring spoon and we're gonna go ahead and throw it in there as best we can. Now we're gonna mix it. Next up will be black pepper, but not just black pepper. Make sure you get the peppercorns with the grinder that you're able to do this too. And that's because pepper that's already been grinded down loses its active components. So we want them to be as active as possible. Now, black pepper is what wakes up the turmeric. Without it, most of the turmeric passes right on through the dog and does nothing at all. You just spent your money on gold color oil, basically. A pinch of this essentially makes the difference between whether it helps a little or actually works. Studies have shown that pepper actually increases turmeric consumption up to 2,000%. Next up, organic ground cinnamon. Helps keep the blood sugar steady, and it's a natural antifungal, a quiet little worker. And again, for those of you that have watched us in the past, make goo from the queue, we evolve. This is why you got to tune in every time we drop something, because I'm showing you the stuff that we're trying out and what's actually working. Last and certainly not least, we're talking about ginger. Now, I broke off a bulb over here that's going to be approximately the size of a clove is what we're looking to grade so that we can match the amount of garlic. We're going to go ahead and grab it and we're going to stir it in. Now, if you notice, the garlic is not going in there. We're not mixing it. We're giving it along with it, but separately. And I'll tell you why here in a little bit. You got to realize, as far as ginger, it settles the stomach. It fights inflammation too. That's your jar right there of goo from the queue. Now, once I'm done mixing, that's what our mason jar is for. We're going to try and pour it in there without making a mess. There you go. All right, 2 ways to use this, and only one of them needs a measurement. In the bowl, this is the one you're going to measure. 3/10 of a teaspoon for every 10 pounds of body weight. Once a day, stirred into the food. 10 pounds, that's 0.3 teaspoon. 50 pounds is a teaspoon and a half, and 100 pounds, 1 full tablespoon. That batch gives you about 16 servings. On the skin, you don't measure this one. You use what it takes to cover the spot. So you're gonna grab just a little bit. All right, she's a small dog, just a little bit. She likes to eat it, obviously. And you're gonna go into the paw, and you're gonna go right in between the webbings of the paws. And then you're gonna go underneath here where you spread the paw, right where all the pads touch. That's where the yeast likes to go. Nice, dark, wet areas. And that's pretty much it. Now, the best time to give this, the best time to put this on the dog is gonna be right before they go to bed. That way they're calm and they can let this thing sit. Now, something else people don't know is you can do the same with the ear flap. Just a little bit, just a dab. The reason for the towel is obviously I don't want her spreading that on the bedspread. Does it stain? It's gonna look like it stains when you first put it on, but once you wipe it off, it doesn't. Go ahead and put this on her once every other day. You can do it daily if you have a bigger dog or you have a dog that's outside. Here's what I need you to do right now. Make the goo, start tonight, put it in your dog's hot spots, put it in the bowl. It calms things down really fast, but it doesn't change what's feeding the yeast in the first place. And until you fix that, you're gonna be mopping up water while the pipe's still leaking. I'm not gonna leave you with half the answer. In this next video, I'm going to be showing you how to starve yeast through diet directly at the source, meaning the gut. Because if you only calm it down with the goo and you don't fix what's going on the inside, you're going to be back here in 3 weeks with the same itch, the same smell, the same scratching. And that's part of the full system. First calm it down, then fix what's going on the inside. It's been Raul from the Q. Calm it down tonight and let's starve it together on this next video.